Okay. We'd like to welcome y'all to our second annual Valentine's author event. And for our first guest, we're going to give her her gift.
Thank you.
And we have more coming. So stay tuned with us. Happy Valentine's Day!
Thank you.
Happy Valentine's
Day.
Day. Your birthday yesterday. I ain't been on there.
That's okay!
Happy Valentine's Day and happy birthday to you too.
Okay.
All right, see you.
Hi, sis. How you doing?
Happy Valentine's Day!
Valentine's Day.
I love your hair.
Thank you!
And I like your
And
outfit.
you won one of the door prizes.
Oh, really?
Yes, Cynthia!
So who won that?
You did!
Oh, the Lord is a blessing.
Yes, he is!
Yes, he's good all the time.
Yes, he is!
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for coming!
Bye-bye.
Red. I didn't have any red to wear. I should have worn red.
That's okay!
Hey,
Happy
Happy
Valentine's
Valentine's
Day!
Day. Congratulations on all your books.
And
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you! And you also won one of the door prizes.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading The Dog Named Cain.
Okay.
I've got several grandkids, and I think they'll really enjoy that.
Okay.
Everything.
Well, just swing back by and I'll get
I
your
will.
book.
I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Happy Valentine's.
Thank you.
Bye. Nice.
Oh.
So nice. I'm going to swing back by because I want to get that dog named Cain.
Okay then. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Hello everyone, and I'd like to thank all the ladies that came out for my second annual Valentine's author event. Even though it was small this year, but we made it safe for the ones that did show and come. And I thank you for your love and your support. And hopefully things will change to where maybe next year we'll be able to be inside a building and have even a greater event. So I thank you all and have a happy Valentine's Day. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Simply Sarah Show. Today I have with me my guest is Patty Brightup from Gallatin, Tennessee, and she's one of my classmates. And she came to my second Valentine's author event. And so I want to take this opportunity to ask her, since she's been watching the show and since she come to the event today, to give us some feedback on it.
I've recently been quite a fan. I love you too, and I love her show. It's a good, wholesome. It's comforting to hear her voice. You know, she's got a family, Christian, wholesome, tone. Her topics are right on the family and the women topics that I like, and I look forward to more topics. I love the guest that she's had on her show, and little did I know today that I would be a guest. So I'm tickled to death to be on the Simply Sarah show today.
Well, today we had one of our own classmates on, Jeff Caudle. And
okay.
So I don't know if you've had a chance to watch it yet or not, but he's been writing poems.
Is that right?
So that he can become an author.
Okay.
So he's going to go back later and write the story behind it and how he got started, or what he's seen or saw at that time that made him want to start writing. And he's been doing this ever since 1995.
Mm-hmm.
So, so far we've had a lot of likes on that, and a lot of the classmates has given comment back on that.
Mm-hmm. That's neat.
So
I didn't know that.
yeah, so make sure that you watch that. And next week we'll be having Youth Day. No, take that back. I'm sorry. We'll be having the lady that plays Grandma Maddie gets her man, which is Miss Betty Britton out of Gallatin, Tennessee. We will be interviewing her next week, and she will be on the show. And she's a writer, producer, director of her own plays. And she had the opportunity to come over and help me in mine. And so she was able to have the opportunity of being on a couple covers of the books that I have written. And so we'll be talking and interviewing with her next week.
Well, that's neat. Yeah, I just like all the guests that you have, and look forward to seeing more guests.
Yes, and I am too. I'm trying to reach as many people as I can.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I love YouTube. I love the subscribers, so I'm looking forward to her show really kicking off and really growing.
Well, I noticed that you wanted the book, The Dog Named Cain, and so I'm going to sign this at this time so
Okay,
that I
good.
can present it to you.
Yeah, I have several grandchildren, and they like for me to read to them, and I thought this would be the perfect book to start out with, and then I'll build up my collection of Sarah's books. Yeah, I was curious. Like I said, we graduated in 1978, and some years ago I came to one of the reunions, and it was so nice to run into Sarah, and we sit at the table and, talk for quite a while, and I was amazed at how many books and plays you've written her, and I followed her on Facebook, and it's just amazing to know just how many books and plays you've written. It takes a lot to get the marketing and all together, and you've already done that, so that's really neat, and YouTube and Facebook, help does that, so congratulations on all your books. I think you've written 11 or...
Well, I've written 8.
Eight,
I've
okay.
written a total of 8 books, and I've written several plays, and I've produced them, so I'm looking forward to doing some more because they have it now where you can have it on YouTube and different places to where people can watch them, so I'm looking forward to getting back into that.
Now, Franklin's my hometown, and I know that Roxy Theater here near the town square is a pretty big thing, but I don't know a lot about it. Is it possible you could do some of your plays in the Roxy Theater?
Yes, it is. It's possible. And also now that they've fixed the Goodnight Library back,
That's
hopefully,
huge. That's nice.
That it's probably bigger. They made it bigger and nicer, so we'll be able to do it there as well again.
Yeah, I remember I went to the Goodnight Auditorium when they had the dance off. It was a dance competition, and they had a nice stage there, so that would be perfect, to get a nice stage.
Mm-hmm.
So, would you be able to tell me a little history about that book
Well-
there, so I could tell my grandchildren?
Well, yeah, you can tell them that it's about your classmate
Mhm.
and her daughter and her daughter's dog,
Okay.
because that's what it's about.
So it's
about
based on a life story. I mean,
it's a true story.
Mm-hmm.
It's about my daughter and her dog and me. I'm Granny Sarah in it, so I'm pretty sure that by them knowing somebody that would make it even more interesting.
It will.
So, but of course he was about 2 months old when she first got him, and of course now he's going on 9 months old.
Oh, goodness.
So he's went from a little bitty thing, he's now a pretty good sized thing. So, but we love him, and he's always into something, but we still love him, and I'm just looking forward to spending more time with him.
How did he get his name?
Well, Lauren, she already had the name picked out.
Okay.
I didn't really know she was going to get the dog.
Is that right?
I was, she asked me, could she get the dog? And I'm like, no, because I know I'd be the one wind up having to take care of it the mostest. And so one day she's like, Mama, you want to meet the dog? And I'm like, what dog? So we was at our girlfriend's house, and we wind up going inside and meeting the dog. And so, no, she brought it out to the car, and we wind up, I met the dog, and I fell in love with him. And then she wind up, of course, having an accident, and of course it's all in the story, so, but she wind up having an accident, and so I wind up having to bring him here and take care of him. And after taking care of him, after a while, we just fell in love, and he just kept me company. He was just doing so much to keep me laughing, and he would go walking with me. He just kept me full of life. So I really love him, and I wouldn't take nothing from him.
That's neat. Well, I've always had a writer's heart for inspirational writing, and I've never written before. So when I get my manuscript written, I'd like to get with you and see how you published some books and all. For me, having a curiosity in that, what was your most difficult, most challenging book that you would say, and then your most fun book that you did or play?
I think the fun play that I did was Grandma Made Against Her Man. That was my first one, and I'm not saying the other ones wasn't good or anything, but I just think that was my first one, and I think the cast just really connected, and it's just like everybody was just willing to do their part. They was just gun-ho to let's go, and we just really had a great time with it. And some of the others was good, but I feel like it could have been even better, and but I'm looking forward to having some of them come back, and that we can go on and do more.
What was the most challenging one?
I guess the most challenging one was Ray J's senior year. I thought I had a set of cast that could do several, because I was getting ready to take us on tour. And then people kept falling out, and then it takes 2 months, sometimes a little over 2 months, to train a person. So when you got to keep training people, it gets discouraging, and you can't do a tour when you already have bookings, and you have to call and cancel all the time. And that was really discouraging.
It makes sense. One person learns the parts, and then you can't just train up another person quickly. That's neat. Does anybody else in your family write also?
My mother was. Well, of course she's deceased now. She used to write, and I think that's where I got a lot of it from, because she used to sit down and write letters a lot and stuff. So I think that's where I inherited a little bit of it, if not all of it. And she's. And then I have a niece. She writes little poems Shaniqua. So I feel like it's kind of runs in our family. So
that is super cool. I'm really looking forward to writing the book, and I'm so honored that you signed it for me. That's neat.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if you or anybody else need any help, I'm right here. I'll be more than glad to help you. Just give me a call or reach me at tuckproductions@yahoo.com, and I'll be more than glad to reach out to you and help you.
Okay.
So when you get that ready, just give me a call.
All right, I will.
Okay.
So how many subscribers do you have on your Simply Sarah show now?
Not as many as I'd like to have. It's few in number, but and the views are too. I was really expecting more views, and so I'm hoping that it'll increase more as time goes on, as they see the show and as they learn that it's coming on every week, that they'll want to subscribe to it, as well as tell others to subscribe to it and watch it as well.
I don't know if any of your viewers are into YouTube, but you can hit the like button, and that causes YouTube to put Sarah's things in your feed on YouTube, and then you can hit the subscribe button and the notification button, and it'll give you, you can go to the subscriptions menu, and it'll give you all the channels you're subscribed to, and the notifications bell will give you a notification every time Sarah posts a new video. And if you watch the video and watch all the advertisements and watch to the very end, I believe that gives her additional points on YouTube. Their algorithm, they call it, and that determines how much to throw her video out to other people's news feeds. So it's a master, I guess, And after you get enough subscribers on YouTube, they can, be monetized, even though it may be just small. It helps you as a writer, to get a little something, but anyway, there's a lot of YouTubers that are very, not entertaining, but just, they're soothing to me to watch them, and when I watch yours, I feel like I'm sitting, just talking to you in person, so, and then all your guests are interesting too.
Yeah, and that's the way the ones that I have already talked to felt. They said, "Sir, I like talking to you because it's just like carrying on a normal conversation."
I know, that's what I felt like too. And it was neat. When we had our reunion, we graduated in '78. I think it was maybe 3 years ago when we went. I mean, that was a lot of years we hadn't seen each other, and I felt like we hadn't lost any time. And I just really enjoyed.
We just picked back up.
talk. I mean, everybody looked more sophisticated than we did in high school.
Uh-huh.
You know, we'd all matured a little bit, but that was really neat. So, yeah.
Well, okay. Well, here's your book, and I hope that you enjoyed. I hope your grandchildren enjoy it.
Oh, you got pictures in there too?
Yes, I have a lot of pictures in there.
Oh, how cool!
Yeah.
You even have a picture of Cain.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't have a picture of me in that one.
Uh-huh.
I'm on his second book, though. There's going to be a second book to that. So they'll get to see his first Christmas, him enjoying his first Christmas, and snowflakes and all kind of goodies. Yeah. So after they read that one, they'll
I'll really
know about
enjoy that. Well, thank you.
Well, you're welcome.
It's been a pleasure driving by today. I didn't know I'd get to see you. So, all right.
Okay. Well, you take care.
Okay, thank you. Get a high five. Yeah.
And as always, it was nice having you watch the show. And until we meet again, sincerely, Sarah Tuck.
Somebody need to know that in the midst of your adversities, in the midst of your circumstances, that God is there in the midst. He'll never leave you or forsake you. I see my brothers hurting, I see my sisters crying. Things ain't working out, but Lord knows I'm trying. So many disappointments, so many hearts are broken. Lord, I need some answers, I need some doors to open. See, my money's low, and my bills are high. I've been going through, sometimes I just wanna cry. Nobody's reaching out, nobody's hearing me. It seems like nobody cares about what is dear to me. Oh, tell somebody you love you, grab somebody and hug her. Tell somebody you care, tell somebody, let them know you're there. God knows your struggle, God knows He's there in your trouble. He'll never leave or forsake you. You serve a God who loves you. Tell somebody you love them, grab somebody and hug her. Tell somebody you care, let them know you're there. God knows your struggle, He's there in your trouble. He'll never leave or forsake you. You serve a God who loves you. I'm trying to keep a smile in the midst of trouble. Why is life so tough, man? Why do I have to struggle? If you're a Christian, tell me, are you listening? What are you doing to show it? Hey, does anyone know it? Will you help me out? Will you lend a hand? Will you hear me out? Or can you just understand? You see, I'm tired of fighting, like my mind is rattled. Lord, I give it to you, because this ain't my battle. Tell somebody you love them, grab somebody and hug them. Tell somebody you care, let them know you're there. God knows your struggle, He's there in your trouble. He'll never leave or forsake you. You serve a God who loves you. Tell somebody you love them, grab somebody and hug them. Tell somebody you care, let them know you're there. God knows your struggle, He's there in your trouble. He'll never leave or forsake you. You serve a God who loves you. Like I'm out here lost, can only imagine what you were feeling on the cross. Can only imagine all the pain that you felt when you were giving this love and we were giving you death. And I can see the teardrops falling like raindrops, and they can't stop for this ill spot. Heaven is the main spot. You show me love, and that's why I trust ya. You paved the way, and I just wanna touch ya. I feel like I'm falling too fast. I can't see the light. How long will it last? I'm about to lose my mind when these thoughts go away. The devil sneaks in, but I gotta still pray anyway. Lord, I'm depending on you. It's okay. I know you're gonna help me make it through in this day. And when I don't know what to do, I fall to my knees and pray.